Today we'll start slope deflection method, how to solve that continuous beam problems. So today I will discuss 2-3 problems, that how to draw that bending moment diagram, shear force diagram, and how to find out that final moments. The first problem, analyze the continuous beam by slope deflection method. The supports are at same level and the beam of constant stiffness throughout. The stiffness is given. This is ABC, the continuous beam, and end A is fixed, and B and C is your simply supported. And the load is present 1 ton per meter on span AB and 3 ton per meter on span BC. So you know that is 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. So this is equal to 10,000 Newton is equal to 10 kilonewton. So this is the conversion of the ton to kilonewton. So 1 ton is equal to 10 kilonewton. Similarly, 3 ton is equal to 30 kilonewton. And here the span of the beam is given 6 meter for AB, and span of the beam is given 4 meter for BC. And this is the reaction RA, RB, and RC. You have to find out, and you have to find out MAB, MBA, MBC, and this is your 0 because this is simply supported end. So here the moment is your 0. After getting also moment, you will get here the moment value is your 0. So first you have to find out the slope at A is your 0. You see, so due to fixed end, so what is the slope here? So here the slope is 0. And the slope at B is your theta B, and at C is your theta C. Here there is 2 unknowns. One unknown is at B and another unknown is at C. So theta B and theta C. So these 2 theta B and theta C that you have to find out. Then after getting theta B and theta C, then you can find out what is the final moment. And here there is no deflection, no settlement of any support. So delta is equal to 0 here because all supports are at same level. So here you take delta is equal to 0. So the first step is you have to find out the fixed end moments. You know that how to find out the fixed end moments because here having uniform distributed load for span AB and for span BC. If there is your having uniform distributed load, so what is the formula to find out the fixed end moment? So this side minus WL square by 12 and this side plus WL square by 12. So FEM AB is equal to minus 1 into 6 square by 12 because the load is given 1 ton per meter and the length of the beam is given 6. So minus 1 into 6 square by 12. This is your minus 3 ton meter, and fixed end moment BA is equal to plus 1 into 6 square by 12. So this is plus 3 ton meter. Similarly, for span BC also, you have to find out what is the fixed end moment here and what is the fixed end moment here. Because first you have to assume all end of the members are fixed. And by assuming the ends are fixed, and you have to find out what is the fixed end moment. Similarly, the fixed end moment for BC and CB. This is BC here and this is CB. So the fixed end moment minus 3 into 4 square by 12. So this is minus 4 ton meter. And here FEMCB is equal to plus 3 into 4 square by 12. So this is plus 4 ton meter. Then you know the condition theta is 0, delta 0, and K is equal to, you know, the relative stiffness of the member is equal to I by L. Then find out the slope deflection equation. So you know that is the slope deflection equation. MAB is equal to, first you find out for span AB. So MAB is equal to 4EI theta A by L plus 2EI theta B by L minus 6EI delta by L square plus fixed end moment AB. But you know theta A is equal to 0 due to fixed end, and the delta is also equal to 0 because there is no settlement of any support. After putting theta A and delta, so you get MAB is equal to 0 plus 2E K theta B minus 0, and the fixed end moment AB is equal to minus 3. This you got already, minus 3. So after putting this, so the moment MAB is equal to 2E K theta B minus 3. Then you find out MBA. MBA is equal to 4EI theta B by L plus 2EI theta by L minus 6EI delta by L square plus fixed end moment BA. So here you see this is your 0, theta is 0 and delta is equal to 0. So MBA is equal to 4E K theta B plus 0, minus 0 and plus 3. Fixed end moment BA is equal to plus 3. Then after simplifying this one, MBA is equal to 4E K theta B plus 3. Then find out MBC, for span BC, 4EI theta B by L plus 2EI theta C by L minus 6EI delta by L square plus FEM BC. So here you see delta is equal to 0 and the unknown theta B and theta C there, because this is your not 0. This is your unknown theta B and theta C, 4E K theta B, 2E K theta C, FEM BC. So this value is your minus 4. Already we got here minus 4 and CP is your plus 4. Minus 4. Then find out MCB. MCB is equal to 4EI theta C by L plus 2EI theta B by L minus 6EI delta by L square plus FEMCB. Here also delta is equal to 0 and this value, this is your unknown, this will remain 4E K theta C, 2E K theta B plus 4. FEMCB is 4. Then MCB is equal to 2E K theta B plus 2 theta C plus 4. Then you know what is the joint equilibrium equation. Here you see. So this is simply supported end. So what is the moment here? So MCB is equal to 0. Then this is the joint. So the sum of the moment at the joint B is equal to 0. So this is your MBA plus MBC is equal to 0. So here you got how many equations? One equation is your MCB is equal to 0. Then another equation is your the sum of the moment at joint B is equal to 0. This is MBA plus MBC is equal to 0. So by putting these two equations, so you can find out what is the unknown theta B and theta C. MCB is equal to 0. Here you know MCB is equal to 2EK theta B plus 2 theta C plus 4. So 2EK theta B plus 2 theta C plus 4 is equal to 0. Then after simplifying this one, theta B plus 2 theta C is equal to minus 4 by 2EK minus 2 by EK. This is equation 1. Then the next equation is your sum of moment at joint B is equal to 0. MBA plus MBC is equal to 0. Then here you put what is the MBA and MBC value. Then after simplification, you will get 8 theta B plus 2 theta C is equal to 1 by EK. This is your equation 2. Then after simplifying the equation 1 and 2, so you will get the value of theta B and theta C. After simplification, so here you got the theta B is equal to 3 by 7 EK. Then this after getting this theta B, so you'll put in any equation 1 and 2, then you will find out what is the value of theta C. So theta C here you got minus 17 by 14 EK. So now you got these two unknown. Using these two equation, joint equilibrium equation, then put the value of theta B and theta C in slope deflection equation. Then you can find out what is the final moment MAB, MBA, MBC. So here you see MAB, you know here MAB 2EK theta B minus 3. And you know, you got here what is the value of theta B. So after putting theta B, so you'll find out what is the moment AB. Similarly, here MBA, here also after putting theta B, you'll find out what is the moment MBA. And here after putting theta B and theta C, you'll find out what is the moment MBC and MCB. MCB after putting theta B, theta C, you will find out MCB, but this value you will get 0 because already you know for simply supported end, the moment at the end is equal to 0 because already we are taking here MCB is 0, and after putting also you will get the value is 0. After putting this theta B and theta C value, here you are getting MAB is equal to minus 15/7. So this is the value ton meter, and here you are getting MBC is equal to minus 33/7. This is the value, minus 4.71 per ton meter, and MPa is equal to plus 4.71 per ton meter, and MBC is equal to minus 66/14 ton meter. Then, so putting theta B and theta C, and you got the final moments MAB, MBA, MBC. Then what is your next step? You have to plot the shear force diagram. So for shear force diagram, so what you have to find out? First you have to find out the reaction. You have to take each beam individually, and by taking the end moment and what is the load you are present on the span, that you have to take, and also you have to apply the end moment, and you have to find out what is the reaction first. So here you take separately for span AB span, so 6 meter length, and the load is present 1 ton by meter, and you got the moment MAB, negative moment anti-clockwise, and MBA you got positive. This is your clockwise. Here you see MAB negative and MBA positive. So for negative moment anti-clockwise, you give the direction, and for positive moment, give clockwise direction. Take moment about a RB1 into 6. This is anti-clockwise rotation, and here this is also anti-clockwise rotation plus MB. RB1 into 6 plus MB is equal to this is clockwise rotation MBA plus, and due to UTL, what is the moment? 1 into 6 into, and the centroidal distance is equal to 3. 1 into 6 into 3 plus 1 into 6 into 3. So this is your anti-clockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment. Then after putting the value of MAB and MBA, and you will get what is the value of RB1, reaction at B. RB1 you got here for span AB. Then how will find out that reaction at A? Because you know the summation of vertical force is equal to 0. So what is the upward force you are acting? RA and RB1. And what is the downward force you are acting? 1 ton by meter throughout the span of length 6 meter. RA plus RB1 is equal to 1 into 6. Upward force RA plus RB1, and downward force is 1 into 6. So using this rule, so you will find out what is the reaction RA, 2.6165 ton. So here you got the reaction at A, and here you got the reaction RB1 for span AB. Similarly, take span BC separately. Similarly, you give the direction of BC, MBC. This is also anti-clockwise because the moment is your negative value, and the load is your given in the question 3 ton by meter, and here there is your no moment. So here no need to give any direction, and here you give at B the reaction is your RB2, and at C the reaction is your RC. Similarly, take the moment about B, RC into 4, anti-clockwise moment, and this is also anti-clockwise moment plus MBC, RC into 4 plus MBC is equal to clockwise moment. Clockwise moment, this is 3 ton by meter. So total load is equal to 3 into 4. And what is the centroidal distance? 3 into 4 into 2. 3 into 4 into 2. Then find out what is the reaction RC. Then after knowing the reaction RC, then take the sum of the vertical force is equal to 0. RB2 plus RC, sum of the vertical force is equal to sum of the vertical force is equal to 0. So upward force is equal to downward force. Upward force RB2 plus RC, and downward force 3 into 4. So using this, you'll find out what is the reaction at B. So this is your RB2 is your equal to 7.1785 ton. Then, so you got for span AB, RB1, and from span BC you got RB2. So what is the total reaction at B? So you have to add these two reactions. RB is your equal to RB1 plus RB2. RB is equal to 10.562 ton. Then what you have to do? Then you have to draw the shear force diagram. So for shear force, what you have to do? So first you have to find out the shear force at different position. Shear force at different position. Here you see, first you have to know what is the shear force here. Then what is the shear force just right of B. Then what is the shear force just left of B. Then what is the shear force at A. So what is the shear force at C? Because here having one reaction, upward reaction. Right side upward reaction, upward force. This is your negative. You know the sign convention. Right side upward force is your negative and downward force is your positive. So what is the shear force at C? Shear force at C is your equal to minus RC. Is your equal to minus 4.8215 ton. Then what is the shear force just right of B? When we are considering the right of B, so what is the force you are having just right of B? So this is the UDL you are having, and this is the upward reaction. So this is your negative, and you have to add this force. So this force is your 3 into 4. So minus 4.8215 into 3 into 4. The shear force right of B is equal to 7.1785 ton. Then take the shear force left side of B. When we are taking the left side of B, this is support right side and left side. When we are taking left side of B, so what you have to take? So here you have to take the reaction also. So this reaction upward force, so you have to deduct this reaction. Shear force left of B, but you are getting shear force just right of B, this minus the reaction at B. 7 point this plus and this is equal to minus 3.3835 ton. Then, so you have to find out what is the shear force at A. Then when you will find out what is the shear force at A, so what you have to take, what is the shear force value just left of B, then this force is your having and this force is your downward force. This force is, the total is your 1 into 6, 1 ton by meter, the total force is your 1 into 6. So what you have to take, so this force you have to add, what is the shear force just left of B plus 1 into 6. Shear force at A is equal to, what is the force you are getting left of B, this plus 6 into 1. So here you got the shear force at A is equal to 2.6165 ton. So this is equal to RA. So what you are getting the reaction at A, so this will come the same value. Here you see, so here you got the reaction 2.6165 ton, and here also you got shear force at A is equal to this much. So shear force at A is equal to FA is equal to the reaction at A. So after getting this, so you can plot the shear force diagram. So here you see, this is your figure. The first graph is your elastic curve. This is your elastic curve because you have to draw the elastic curve. So what is the, here you see, when you will draw a tangent here, the slope is equal to 0. But here you got the slope theta B and here you got the slope theta C. And after knowing this slope, so you got what is the moment MAB. This is the moment you got. MAB, MBA, MBC. So MAB, you got 2.143 and MBA and MBC, you got 4.714 ton meter and MCB is equal to 0. So this moment diagram, this is negative bending moment diagram. Then you know here, due to uniform distributed load for span AB, so you have to find out what is the free bending moment diagram. So this is your positive bending moment diagram. So here having uniform distributed load 1 ton per meter for span 6. So what is the positive bending moment? 1 into 6 square by 8. because you know when utility is present, so WL square by 8. And when the point load is present at the center, so the free bending moment and the maximum moment is WL by 4. You know already in mechanics of solid. So the free bending moment diagram will be parabolic, and the maximum ordinate is your WL square by 8 is equal to 4.5 ton meter. And here also similarly, for span BC having 3 ton by meter, and the length is your 4 meter. And here also we will find out what is the positive moment, free bending moment for free BMD. Positive moment 3 into 4 square by 8, 6 ton meter, and this is also parabolic. And this is your parabolic, the free bending moment diagram. And due to the support and fixed bending moment, this is the support moment negative. And here this portion is your cancel, positive and negative cancel. And here also this portion is cancelled due to positive and negative. So the remaining portion, this is your negative, and here this is positive, and here this is negative, and here this is positive. So this is your final bending moment diagram. Then, so you have to draw the shear force diagram. Here you see, here you got the shear force at C minus 4.8215 ton. So this is the line. First you draw the axis, then below this axis take negative, and above this axis take positive. So this is below 4.8215. Then what is the shear force just right of B? 7.1785 ton. Positive. Here you take positive 7.1785 ton. And when there is your having UDL, so the shear force diagram will go linearly. Then what is the shear force just left of B? Shear force just left of B minus 3.3835 ton. So at B suddenly the shear force drop down, reduces. So here the negative value is 3.3835 ton. This is right side and this is your left side. Again, what is the shear force at A? Plus 2.6165 ton. Positive. Again, here the shear force is 2.165 ton. Again, you join these 2 points. So this is your shear force diagram. Now all are clear, that is how to draw the bending moment diagram and shear force diagram. So after knowing the final moment and after knowing the free bending moment, positive moment value, you can plot the final bending moment diagram. Then after knowing the shear force value, you can plot the shear force diagram. Then we'll solve another question. Analyze the continuous beam shown in figure by slope deflection method and draw bending moment. Here you see, this is ABCD. A and is your fixed, and B is simply supported, and C is also simply supported, and CD is your overhanging portion. CD is overhanging portion, and one point load is your present at the end of the beam, that is at the point D, 40 kilonewton. And on span BC, there is having one point load 80 kilonewton at a distance 2 meter. So this is present at midpoint of BC, and here having the uniform distributed load 20 kilonewton by meter, and the moment of inertia for span AB you are given 2I, and for span BC you are I, and the CD you are given I, and the length of the AB 6 meter, and BC you are given 4 meter, and CD is given 2 meter. So the first step is you have to find out the piston moments. MFAB. So here MFAB, because the load is 20 kilonewton by meter, so minus 20 into 6 square by 12, minus 60 kilonewton meter. And the MFBA, so this is positive, plus 60 kilonewton meter. Here this is plus 20 into 6 square by 12, positive value. If this is a negative, this is you will get positive. Then for span BC, MFBC minus WL by 8, piston moment, minus 80 into L is your 4 divided by 8, minus 40 kilonewton meter, and MFCB is equal to 40 plus 40 kilonewton meter. Then for this portion, MCD, So you have to treat it as a cantilever portion. Cantilever, this portion, the overhanging portion, you have to treat it as a cantilever, and you have to find out what is the moment here due to this point load. So what is the moment here? Minus 40 into 2. Anti-clockwise here, minus 40 into 2. This is your minus 80 kilonewton meter. Because you know what is the moment actually here, MCD, due to this side, minus 80 kilonewton meter. Then what is your next step? The end conditions. So here you see the end condition. So the slope at A is your 0, and slope at B is theta B, and slope at C is theta C. Two unknowns, theta B and theta C, two unknowns, theta B, theta, two unknown. So you need how many equations? Two equations. So first you find out the slope deflection equation. First you find out slope deflection equation. So you know for span AB find out first, then for span BC find out first. For span AB, MAB, then MBA, then for span BC, MBC and MCB. And here you take that moment of inertia 2I for span AB, and for this take I. This is your MF, this is due to the fixed end moment, MF AB. MFAB you got minus 60, MFAB, then 2E, the moment of inertia you are given for AB, 2I, L is your 6, L is your 6, and 2 theta A plus theta B, and minus delta, because there is your no settlement of any support. That's why you take this is your, the delta is your 0. 2 theta A plus theta B, but you know theta is also equal to 0. So after putting theta as 0, so here you will get minus 60 plus 2 by 3 EI theta B. Then similarly find out MBA, MAPA, then plus 2E, 2I by 6 theta A plus 2 theta B minus 6I delta by L square. So delta is equal to 0. And here also you put theta is equal to 0. So after putting this theta value, so the MBA is equal to 60 plus 4 by 3 EI theta B. Similarly, find out for span BC, MBC. So here, the MFBC you are given minus 40, MFBC plus 2EI, the moment of inertia you are I, 2EI by 4, 2 theta B plus theta C minus 0. Settlement is your 0. Then, but here, theta B you are unknown and theta C you are unknown. So these two you have to find out. So these two will remain here, minus 40 plus EI theta B plus 0.5 EI theta C. Similarly, find out MCB is equal to this much. This is the equation 2EI by 4 theta B plus 2 theta C minus 0. Then after getting this slope deflection equation, then you have to take the equilibrium equation. What is the equilibrium equation here? Summation of moment at B is equal to 0. Summation of moment at B is equal to 0. Then summation of moment at C is equal to 0. The summation of moment at B is equal to 0. MBA plus MBC is equal to 0. So you know already MBA and MBC. So you put this value here and find out one equation. Then summation of moment at C is equal to 0. MCB plus MCD is equal to 0. MCB plus MCD is equal to 0. And you know MCD is equal to minus 40 into 2. Here already MCD minus 40 into 2. By considering this as a cantilever beam, you got here MCD is equal to minus 40 into 2, minus 80 kilonewton meter. You know here minus 80. Then you put here MCD is equal to MCB minus 80 is equal to 0. So MCB is equal to 80 kilonewton meter. Then you put MCB, you got here MCB is 40 plus this one you got. So put this here 40 plus 0.5 EI theta B plus EI theta C is equal to 80. This is your equation 2. So theta B, theta C, here also theta B, theta C. So here you got two equation by and here having the two unknown theta B and theta C. Then after simplifying these two equations, so you will find out what is the value of theta B and theta C. After simplifying this one, so you will get EI theta B is equal to minus 19.2 and EI theta C is equal to 49.6. So after getting EI theta B and EI theta C, so and after substituting in slope deflection equation, you will find out what is the moment MAB, MBA, MBC and MCB. You know here MAB, MBA, MAB is equal to minus 60 plus 2 by 3 EI theta B. So here you put EI theta B value and you will get MAB. Similarly here you put EI theta B value, you will get MBA. And here you put EI theta B and EI theta C, you will get MBC. And similarly EI theta B, EI theta C, you will get MCB. So after putting these values of EI theta B and EI theta C, so here you will get MAB, MBA, MBC and MCB. Here you got MAB is equal to minus 72.8 kilonewton meter and MBA is equal to 34.4 kilonewton meter. MBC is equal to minus 34.4 kilonewton meter. And MCB you got 80 kilonewton meter. Then after knowing this one, so plot the bending moment diagram. So this is your 72.8 here and here 34.4 and here you know 80. So this is negative bending moment diagram. And due to this UDL, the free moment for span AB and BC, positive moment at midpoint of AB. At midpoint of AB, what is the positive moment? WL square by 8, W20 into 6 square by 8, 90 kilonewton meter. So here the ordinate is your 90 kilonewton meter. Similarly, for point load, so what is the free bending moment diagram? Here, WL by 4. So this is 80 kilonewton meter. So this is positive free bending moment diagram and this is the negative due to the support moment diagram. And after superposing these two bending moment diagram, so you will get the final bending moment diagram. So here this is your negative portion and this is positive and this is negative and this is positive and this is negative. So this is your final bending moment diagram. And you have to find out here what is the maximum positive moment here and what is the maximum positive moment here. You know that is how to find out this one. Already we discussed. This is you have to find out and this is also you have to find out by taking the similar triangle here. One triangle, one. This is. And here also another triangle. So you will find out another triangle here. So you will find out what is the value of this one. Then you know this value 34.4 and after getting this, what is the value you are getting here, the total moment. So you can deduct from the 90 kilonewton meter so that you will find out here what is the positive, maximum positive moment. Similarly, you will find out what is the positive moment here. So this is all about the how to draw the bending moment diagram. Then coming to the shear force. So for shear force, what you have to do? So you have to take separately the span AB and here you take separately the span BCD. This is, you have to take this overhanging portion including in the span BC. Jointly you take this span. And what is the moment here? You know, you got the moment anti-clockwise, negative means anti-clockwise and here positive means clockwise. Negative anti-clockwise, and here you have to not take because here you are taking this portion, overhanging portion. That's why here there is no need of taking moment because here when you will take this moment here, this side, when you will take this separately, in that case you can take here moment. But when you are jointly taking this simply supported with this overhanging portion, so here no need of taking any moment. And you know this span and the loading is given. So here also similar way, you can find out by taking moment about A, what is the reaction RB1. Then by taking the sum of the vertical force is equal to 0. Upward force is equal to downward force. You will find out this one. First you will find out the reaction, what is the reaction by taking moment about A, what is the reaction RB1. Then taking the upward force and downward force is equal. You will find out what is the value of RA. Then similarly for this span, this one BCD. So by taking moment about B, we'll find out what is the reaction RC. RC into 4, and this is also anti-clockwise 34.4 is very equal to, and moment due to this load 80 into 2, this is clockwise, and the moment due to this load also 40 into this length, 40 into 6. Then you will get what is the value of RC. Then you know RC plus RB2 is equal to 80 plus 40. RB2 plus RC is 80 plus 40. Then you will find out what is the value of RB2. Then after getting this reaction, then you will find out what is the total reaction RB. RB is equal to RB1 plus RB2. 82.2 kilonewton. Then you find out shear force at different position. Then you can plot the shear force diagram. So first you have to take shear force at D. Shear force at D. Here you see at D, the force is a downward force. So what is the sign convention for this downward force? This is positive. The shear force at D is equal to FD is equal to plus 40 kilonewton. Then you have to find out shear force just right of C. When you are finding at right of C, so this value remain constant. D to C, so that's just right of C. Also, this is 40 kilonewton, plus 40 kilonewton. Then take shear force left of C. When you are taking left of C, so this is the force you have to include in the shear force value. So this force is your upward. So upward force is your negative. So 40 minus RC. 40 minus RC. Already you know RC is equal to 91.4 kilonewton. So 40 minus 91.4. This is equal to minus 51.4 kilonewton. Left of C. Then you have to find out shear force just right of E. So here there is no load. So just right of B means this is your constant, because what is the shear force you are getting just left of C, so up to right of E, so this shear force is remain constant. The shear force just right of E is equal to same value, but you are getting left of C, right of E is also same. Then shear force left side of E. So when you are considering left side of E, so here what is the force you are having? 80 kilonewton, and this is downward force. Downward force, this is your positive. So minus 15.4 plus downward force positive. Here you got, this is your 28.6 kilonewton left of B. Then what is the shear force just right of B? Right of B and left of B. Right of B, this is your constant. What you are getting left of B, and that right of B is your constant. Right of B is your constant. 28.6 and 28.6 kilonewton. Then what is left of B? When you are taking left of B, so this is your upward direction RB. Upward direction means this is your negative. The sign RB is equal to 82.2 kilonewton. So you have to take negative. So 28.6 minus 82.2. Here you got minus 53.6 kilonewton left of B. Then you have to find out what is the shear force at A. So what you have to do? Here having the UDL throughout the span, downward force. Downward force means you have to take positive. What is the shear force just left of B plus this total force? Minus 53.6 plus 20 into 6. 20 and the span is your 6, so total force is 20 into 6. Here you got plus 66.4 kilonewton. This is equal to RA. So what you will get the shear force here? So that should be equal to RA. RA you got also 66.4 kilonewton. So this is all about the shear force at a different position. Then after knowing this shear force, then you can plot the shear force diagram. Shear force at D plus 40 kilonewton. So this is the axis. So above this axis take positive, and below this axis take negative. So here at D plus 40 kilonewton. Then shear force just right of C, same. So this is your remain constant, 40 kilonewton. Then shear force left of C minus 51.4. So due to this reaction, upward direction, So here the shear force is your decreases, and the value is your minus 51.4. This is the right side, and this is your left side of C. Minus 51.4, 51.4 downward direction. Don't write here negative, because this side is your negative and this side is your positive. So in positive side you give that positive value, and negative side you give that negative value. So here this is your 51.4 kilonewton left of C. Then right of E also same. Here this is your remain constant. Right of E means here. Right of E. Then left of E. Left of E means you have to add this load. So here you got left of E is your plus 28.6 kilonewton. Means this is your, the value is your increases here. Suddenly increases. So this is 28.6 kilonewton. Then shear force just right of B. Here also this is remain constant. 28.6, 28.6. This is remain constant. Right of B. And when you take the left of B means you have to deduct the reaction, this one, upward. Left of B you got here minus 53.6. Again here the shear force is your bottom below axis, negative value 53.6. Suddenly decreases. Then after adding this, what is the load you are present here, and once again you got what is the shear force at A. So this is your equal to RA. So the shear force you got here 66.4 positive, and here due to UDL the diagram is your linear. This point and this point you have to join. This will goes linearly. So this is your the total shear force diagram with the positive and negative values. Now all are clear. That is how to draw the, how to find out this moment, final moment, and the free moment, and how to plot that bending moment diagram, and how to find out the reaction. Then shear force at different positions. Then how to plot the shear force diagram.